Hello, America. My distant homeland, which I haven't seen for 3/4 of a century. Hello to everyone watching me right now. My name is Ann Johnson. I am 95 years old, and for 75 of those years, I have lived in Russia. People often ask me the same question. Ann, why don't you just buy a ticket and go back home? The most bitter part of this story is that my one-way ticket was paid for, not so much by great love, but rather by my parents' fatal mistake and my own youthful rebellion. It was 1951, the height of the Cold War. I was 20. My family in California was the kind where everything always had to be perfect. The right college, the right friends, a planned future, and a fiancé approved by my father. They loved me, but their love felt like suffocation. They controlled my every step, trying to lock me in a golden cage when all I wanted to do was breathe. That's when I met Alexei. He was a young Soviet translator who miraculously ended up in the States as part of a rare diplomatic mission. Smart, a bit wild for our polished little town, with burning eyes. When my conservative parents found out that their daughter was dating a guy from the evil empire, especially during McCarthyism, all hell broke loose. They cut off my access to money, put me under house arrest. My father screamed that I was disgracing the family in front of the whole country. They did everything to make this guy seem like my only breath of freedom. If only they had just shown some wisdom then and stayed silent, perhaps it would have just been a passionate romance that faded away on its own. But their harsh prohibition turned my infatuation into blind protest. I decided to prove to them that my life belonged only to me. I married him to spite everyone, and we flew to the Soviet Union. I thought I was going on a great romantic adventure. Instead, I arrived in the harsh reality of the Stalin era, into a country that was still recovering from a terrible war. A foreign language, frightening communal apartments, cold winters, shortages, and a way of life that a California girl was absolutely not prepared for. Alexei turned out to be a good man, but he worked a lot, and he couldn't replace the entire world I had given up overnight. For the first few years, I cried almost every day. I wrote letters to my parents, swallowing my tears, begging them to help me return, telling them I had made a mistake. But my father answered only once. The letter had only 2 lines. "You made your choice to cause us pain. Now have the courage to live with it." That was their pride, and that pride cut off my way back forever. Why didn't I return later? At first, the Iron Curtain wouldn't let me. Then came the children, my Russian children, whom I physically couldn't tear away from their father and take into the unknown. And when the borders finally fell in the 90s and Alexei passed away, I stood with a fragile American passport in my hands and realized a terrible thing. I had nowhere and no one to return to. My parents had been dead for a long time. We never managed to make peace. That America from the early 50s, which I longed for, no longer existed. I had become a stranger there. My roots, through pain to overcoming, had grown here. In my children, in my grandchildren, in my neighbors who shared their last potato with me during the hard years, in this land. Looking back from the height of my 95 years, I want to tell you one very important thing. Please hear me. Never, under any circumstances, make life-altering decisions out of a sense of protest. When you do something to spite someone, you don't become free. You're still playing by their rules, just with a negative sign. True freedom is not running away from what you hate. Freedom is when you choose a path for your own sake. I don't consider my life wasted. I learned to love this complex country. I raised wonderful people. I came to know a depth of the human soul that I likely wouldn't have found on the beaches of California. But if I could go back to that evening in 1951, I would simply hug my mom and dad and say, "I love you, but I will choose my own path without your war." Don't run away from something. Walk toward something. Otherwise, you risk running so far that there will be no way back. I want to say a huge thank you to the creators of this channel for giving me the opportunity to finally speak out. If my experience made you think, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with anyone who is currently at a crossroads. Take care of yourselves and your lives.